Don't give it to me. Greetings, friends. It's Josh, and this is the Dead Tired Dads podcast. This is a podcast for gamers who don't have time to game, and you'll notice that usually someone else comes in and says that, but today there's something really, really fun happening and really, really cool. We have on the show today the most specialist guest that we have ever had on the Dead Tired Dads podcast. It's my wife.
Hi.
Say hi.
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 I'm the one who edited all the YouTube videos long ago.
Yes, our YouTube editor extraordinaire, also our audio engineer.
Not really.
No, okay, well, whatever.
I also wrote on my notes that we were scraping the bottom of the barrel with me being on the show. So that's called There's No One Else.
No, we had to call an audible. Ryan and I were gonna record this week, and something came up with him, and so it was like, we've got to get something recorded before the end of June, and so
here we are.
Emmy is
at the end of June.
Emmy is filling in for us for this month, and on the Dead Tired Parents podcast this week, I guess. I don't know.
Yes,
Dead Tired Parents. So one thing that we always do when we have a new person on the show is get their top 5 games. So first off, though, before we get into it too much, tell us, Emmy, about your gaming experience. And I understand that going through the top 5, we'll get into that a little bit, but what level of gamer would you consider yourself?
I can't come up with the word that I probably am. I'm a basic, let's go have fun gamer, but not too hard.
Okay.
An average gamer.
Average gamer.
Is that the right word?
Casual, maybe?
Is that probably the right word?
Casual-ish?
Yes. I play when I can, if I can. And then, I don't know, I dragged my kids into playing a game with me, I don't know, a couple months ago, and just played the same game over and over and over.
That's one way to do it.
That's true.
So we'll just dive right in here. So, and you didn't introduce yourself. I kind of said your name, but
I'm Emily, Josh's wife.
Yay! Josh's wife. Emily. So let's go into your top 5 favorite games of all time, and we'll launch off the episode with that.
Okay. In no particular order necessarily, except for this one's pretty high up. I wrote Detroit Become Human for PS4.
Such a good game.
It's such a good game, and I've pretty much only played it once. And I really wish I had played it more. And I wanted to play it before I came and did this. But I instead watched Jacksepticeye play for an hour and a half. So that was about the extent of that.
Well, that one, I've never talked about that on the show before, but we played it. We had Matt play it on the YouTube channel. We didn't ever upload.
I don't think we finished
We did not finish. Matt finished playing the game, but we did not upload all of the episodes. We never got them all edited. But
that's my fault as the editor.
Well, it is what it is. We had things that came up with that caused us not to be able to get that all taken care of. I don't know that we might have.
Remember.
I think we might have lost that footage, which is sad. But I know. But Detroit Become Human is such a great game. So much fun. Yeah, I really enjoyed my playthrough of that one. I
enjoyed your playthrough of that one. Well, Matt's playthrough, right. I suppose.
Well, the hard thing about that one, though, is we talk about on the show, games that are, can you play them around your kids?
No.
Detroit Become Human is decidedly something that you cannot play around your kids, and so it becomes one of those things where it's in getting into it. And,
you play it late at night when the kids are in bed, and I literally put on the Dead Tired Dad's first episode of Detroit, and I was going to see if I could show our daughter today. And I just listened to it for about 20 seconds and there was already a few cuss words. I'm like, well, nope, never mind.
Never mind. Can't do that.
Can't even show you that. And I was really sad because I was telling her all about it and I'm like, oh my gosh, it's so cool. It looks awesome. It looks like the actors. It's super cool. So
yeah,
that was a disappointment.
I miss playing that game. I should go back and play it again.
I want to replay it too.
Yeah. I had visions of myself like going through and like 100%ing that game at one point where I'd go through and get all the endings, and it was just like, this is too annoying.
Well, you'll get tired of replaying the same scene over and over and over to get something, like
trying
get
to
one
get, like,
thing
one
the
thing,
same or different.
Yeah, one thing different. Yeah, it's super aggravating, but still super cool game, super creative. Create your own ending kind of thing. So
I like having the choice to make, and I am extremely indecisive in person. But I'm not in a video game. I can attest to that. I do not make decisions well. So, but I definitely really like the music in that game, and that seems to be a theme with a lot of the games that I wrote down.
Yeah. Cool.
That you don't know about.
I don't know. I don't know these games. I have not. We have not pre-screened this list, like we never do. So it's I have no idea what she's gonna say.
I don't know that that's true, but
we've never. No, we don't pre-screen the list.
Well, I meant I don't know. Oh. You probably know some things that I will write down.
Yes, I have basic assumptions,
Okay.
Based on the things that I see you play over and over and over and over again. But
yes. Okay.
Hey, I'm not making judgments here. I'm just saying.
Okay.
Anyway.
Next one. Well, unless you want to keep going.
Well, I mean,
Detroit.
did you have anything else to say about Detroit? Like,
I know. I just thought it was super cool with like how everybody looks like the actor that plays them, how they did everything motion capture wise, because that's super interesting. Go ahead.
No, I just remembered when that game came out. We had just moved into the house. We were trick-or-treating in our neighborhood. There was that kid who had dressed up like Connor.
And I freaked out and ran over to like a 16-year-old kid and was like, "Can I get a picture with you?" And I thought it was super cool. I forgot about that, but I ran across that picture the other day.
Yeah, 30-year-old woman running up to a teenager. "Can I take your picture?
Can I get a picture with you?"
Yeah, I see how it is. We're married.
You were right there.
I was right there, and I let it happen.
I was super excited about that too.
No, I don't know that you've ever been that excited to see me.
Oh my gosh. No, that's not nice.
I'm kidding. It's a joke. It's a joke. Okay. You have been that excited to see me before. This is true. Yes. So.
Okay.
Anyway. So, Detroit Become Human. Great game.
From that, we're going to Super Mario World.
Classic.
That was what I grew up playing, because I got the Super Nintendo as a kid, and I think that game came with it.
Probably.
I don't remember. I never beat it as a child, so I think it was during 2020. I have a picture of me beating it, but I don't remember when. But I finally beat it on the Switch.
Nice.
And of course, I cheated by using the rewind feature.
Of course, the rewind feature is there to be utilized.
Which I literally swore to Josh that I would never use. And then I used it once, and I'm like, oh my gosh.
We could go on an entire episode about the scorn that I got from you for suggesting that you use the rewind feature.
No, I'm going to do it the old school way, and I could not.
Your insistence that no, it's cheating to use the rewind. And then when you discovered how helpful it was, you were just like, nope, I'm rewinding everything.
Everything. I'm like, no, I didn't like how that went. I'm going to go back.
It didn't even matter if you died or not. You were just like, I didn't do that well enough. I'm going to go do it again.
Yes, that's what I did.
So, Super Mario World is actually a game that I didn't grow up playing. When I was young, I skipped the Super Nintendo. I had a Sega Genesis, so I was a big Genesis fan. So I don't have a lot of nostalgia or any kind of real connection with Super Mario World in that regard. So I find that interesting that, well, I understand why it is a favorite game of yours. But I like, as far as the Mario games go, it's like really low on my list of games, just because I like when I play it, I just find I get annoyed by it really quickly. I don't know why.
Really?
Yeah, I don't know why.
Oh.
I can't stick with that game. There's
Oh.
something about it that I can't play.
I really like the music. Again,
Of course, yeah.
But I grew up hearing that as a soundtrack, and
Yeah,
that,
well,
that made me happy to hear. But I understand the whole skipping that generation of something, because I skipped the 64.
right.
I did not have that one, and I'm not as attached to that Super Mario 64
Right.
game. I've heard you play it. I've watched you play it. I don't really care that much about it. So,
Well, and for me, like, I don't know, like the original Mario Brothers, and everyone loves Mario 3 too. Like
I like Mario 2. Is the one that
the one that they
the one that was
changed.
a rip off of another one.
Yeah.
I love that one. I think that one's fun.
See, I never played any of those games enough to like really get in, like,
But
which is really funny.
They released them on the Super Nintendo, and
Right,
that's
sure.
why it would have skipped you.
Yeah. Well, no, I mean 2 and 3 were on the NES, which I had, and I
Oh.
had those games.
Well, I had the
but,
Lost
like,
Levels one.
Yeah, the Lost Levels that's an impossible
All Stars. That's what it
Yeah.
was.
thing. But I just played the original Mario Brothers over and over and over again, so I'm really good at that one, and I can beat that one, you know. But like, 2, 3, Super Mario World, I just never got into them, and I don't know why. I've played them all, obviously, but I've never got like super far in any of them, so I don't know.
Interesting.
Yeah. So anyway, so you're talking about Super Mario World, and
I was.
yeah,
That was about all I had. Was
Okay.
It's nostalgia, and I enjoy playing it and listening to the music and singing along. And I don't think our daughter has ever played that one. She's watched me play it. But moving on from that one to the next one that one of our children very much enjoys, is Luigi's Mansion.
Luigi's
the
Mansion
GameCube.
Yes, the original.
Yes, the original one, because that is what I also had. I got the GameCube after having had the Super Nintendo for forever. And our son now has watched us play through it and has watched other YouTubers play through it. And he runs around the house talking about Luigi's backpack and vacuuming up things with a flashlight.
Yes, he does like to vacuum up ghosts.
It's very cute.
It's interesting that he associates Luigi as the hero, I think, more so than Mario.
Because he hasn't.
Because he had he's seen so much Luigi's Mansion where it's Luigi saving Mario,
That's a good point.
and so I think he thinks that Luigi is the hero of the Mario franchise, which is funny.
Yeah, he hasn't watched enough normal Mario gameplay, I think.
Yeah,
He knows
so.
that Mario is important, but he also knows that Mario's in a painting in Luigi's Mansion, so he talks about Mario paintings.
Yes, the Mario paintings. Mario painting?
Mario paintings.
Toad!
Toad?
Toad!
Toad, yes.
Yeah, the
Okay.
way that he says Toad is very funny.
He's 2.5.
Yes, he is 2.5.
Very
but
little.
He's very fun.
So that one I had because it's fun to suck up ghosts and run around with a vacuum backpack, and the music is also fun.
Music is always big for you. I know
Yeah,
that.
no. Our daughter just learned from you how to play that on the piano.
Yes.
And she goes around playing it like she knows how to play a very important piece of work. So,
It's like Beethoven to her.
yes.
This is the most amazing piece I've ever heard in my entire life. You must hear it.
She plays it on her little grand piano that's plastic and kid piano.
Yes, her. Yes, and the cat piano too. that
The
she
cat
has.
piano that
I used that piano to record the original theme
Intro for
song.
YouTube.
Yeah, for the YouTube channel. So if you want to hear that cat piano, you can check out the YouTube channel.
That has gone untouched for years.
But somehow we've managed to rack up a ton of views.
Have we?
Yeah, I mean, at least on the first video, it's like over 1,000, I think.
Well, it's because that one is a really good one, actually. It's
Anyway.
probably all of our daughter, because she rewatches
she
that
does
one
rewatch
a lot.
that a lot. So,
Babysitting Mama.
Babysitting Mama, go check that one out.
That one's ridiculous.
It's hilarious.
Don't
Don't shake the baby though.
shake the baby. Oh my gosh. Yes.
All right.
Next one.
Oh, also, Luigi. One more thing on Luigi's
Yes.
Mansion. I did a review on that one at one point in the show, sometime last year, I think, where I had played through it. It was one that I had never played before because
You didn't have a GameCube.
I didn't have a GameCube. So this is funny because I had an NES, you had an SNES, I had a 64, you had a GameCube, and we just kind of went back and forth.
I still haven't played many 64 games.
Yeah, no, I've played a bunch of GameCube games though, so.
Because they're awesome.
And the 64 games are awesome too.
I know.
so.
I'm sure they are. I just haven't quite gotten to them yet.
No,
They're on the Switch, man.
It's because we're waiting for the 64 controller to get back in
Oh
stock
my gosh.
on the Nintendo Store.
Have you gone over that yet with what happened?
Yes, we've covered.
You did?
that,
Okay.
yes.
Oh my gosh, he almost cried. It
It was bad.
very
It's
sad.
terrible, absolutely terrible. So, anyway, yeah, Luigi's Mansion. I think that's also a great game. The controls, as far as where they are right now, are a little wonky. Like for what they could be now with the way that controllers are set up, they could be much better. So I'm excited at some point to play the third one. They just
would like
announced they announced I think a remaster of the one that was on DS.
The Dark Moon?
Yeah, Dark Moon. So Luigi's Mansion 2. I think they're doing a remaster for the Switch.
Really?
Yeah. I think I read that somewhere.
Oh, that's exciting.
So,
cool.
yeah.
I haven't
So-
ever played that one or the third one. I have seen videos of the third one and decided it looks pretty cool and we should maybe get that one.
we'll probably buy that one sooner than later.
Well, we thought we were going to get it for our daughter for her birthday with birthday money, and then she went for a Barbie.
Yeah, no. I thought for sure I was going, like, she had birthday money. I thought for sure, like, we walked back to the electronics section. I was like, okay, look at what you want. And we're looking at the Switch games, and, like, she's like, I was like, you could get Luigi's Mansion 3. And she's like,
It's
I
one of
don't
your
know.
favorites.
I don't know. Maybe I will. I want to look at other stuff. And I'm like, okay, let's walk over to the toys. Oh, here's a $30 Barbie, Daddy. I want to get that.
Okay.
Okay, your money. Fine.
You're not going to have enough to buy the
But,
video game, though.
it's fine. She gets to spend her money however she wants to.
Well,
So
there's
anyway,
that.
there it is.
Josh is looking up.
Yeah. So
To see if that is true.
no, it's not. I'm not looking anything up. It's our research department that's pulling this information for us. You need to get on board with.
I'm
with
sorry,
the,
I
with the
forgot
lingo
that that
here.
was a thing.
Yeah, no, and I noticed. So yes, Luigi's Mansion Dark Moon remaster has been announced. I was right about that. So that's
Does it have a date?
I don't know. I'm not.
Okay.
The research department did
It
not
has
get that
not
far.
sent that to you?
They did not get that far.
Okay.
So they're gonna stop right there too. So
Never mind.
it's good enough to know that I am correct, that it is coming out at some point.
That's
so.
cool. I hadn't heard that.
So Luigi's Mansion is good, and hopefully they'll release a remaster of the original at some point.
I would like them to put GameCube games on the Switch, like they've done with
they
other
might.
ones.
Yeah, we'll see. I don't know if they will or not. I don't know if they'll do
You think
ports.
it's too
I don't think they'll
new?
do virtual consoles of the GameCube, but I could be wrong. I think they'll continue to do remasters like they did with Metroid Prime for certain games.
So what is that? What's the difference between doing? Okay, so like you'd have to pay
yeah,
for a remastered version,
Right.
for the Switch,
Yeah.
versus just
rather than
having
it just being on a virtual console.
Okay,
Yeah, where it's just added on.
already there.
Yeah.
Okay,
So, I mean, you have to pay for the virtual console too, but that's an
also
annual
true.
fee. So, anyway,
you can get
so
more money with one thing though.
we got Detroit Become Human, Super Mario World, and
Luigi's
Mansion.
Mansion.
So that's 3 of 5. What else you got?
Well, I recently got back into Pikmin,
Pikmin.
which Josh will make fun of me for. I love Pikmin. I got into that when I was in high school, along with Luigi's Mansion. And I don't know, it's just a fun game. Well, I don't know that I ever beat it the first time, but I definitely, like, played, like, up to 20 days out of 30 days that you have to play, and then stopped playing that, and then went to a new file and replayed everything, because I'm like, I can do this better. And then
you did that was recently, right?
Yeah,
that you were doing
it was
this?
like
okay, yes. That's
2 months ago.
Yeah.
And then like I got up to like day 23 on that one. I'm like, I can do better than this. And so I went to the third save file and I kept going.
See, there's this thing about being around me. It makes you want to not finish games. Like that's what's going on here.
I also still have not finished the game.
There's this thing that happens. It's an infection. You know, I just infect you with this desire to not finish the game.
Well, I wanted to do better, and I was like, I can get these quicker, because you have to get pieces of a spaceship, and I was like, oh, I can get, like, multiples in a day instead of one at a time, and it had been a really long time since I played it, and so I was like, oh, okay, I know how to do this now, and I'll just get a whole bunch at once, and now I'm at, like, the end, and I realized you actually don't have to, like, beat the last boss to have a normal ending. You can still go away in your spaceship, but
Olimar still escapes.
He can still escape if you have everything, and I had everything, but I thought that I needed to beat the bad guy, and I kind of want to beat the bad guy, but I don't know that I can. So I'm just sitting in limbo and not having played it.
Isn't the point of the game just to escape the planet, though? Like, you lost your ship, you crash landed, and you got to put it back together. So isn't the point, like, isn't beating it getting off of the planet?
Yeah, but I want to beat the last bad guy.
Okay.
But I also want to get off the planet, and it's not like I haven't got 2 other save files to do this with. But,
this is true.
I guess I should get off the planet and just finish it. So.
Get off the planet.
Escape. I don't know.
Escape.
It's just a fun little puzzle game, and once you figure out how to do it, it's fun. But I did do a lot of walkthrough looking up on my phone to beat it.
Yeah. And
it's been a long time.
Yeah. And well, in Pikmin 4, you know, this is relevant. Pikmin 4 is coming out this year.
Which it's coming out this month, if you consider this July.
It's coming out in July.
It's coming out in July.
Oh, wow. I had no idea.
I think 26th or something.
Oh,
20
so at
something.
the end of the month. So by the time the next episode comes out, maybe.
It'll have been out, and I may or may not have it.
Yeah, we'll see. Maybe. So cool. All right. So anything about the music on that one?
I do like the music on that one. But, like, I mean, it's not stuck in my head all the time unless I've recently played it. Gotcha. And then I could listen to it. You have to hear it a lot. Now that I've mentioned the music, it is in my head right this second. So that's
I just like the sound that the Pikmin make. So I think
they do.
They make fun noises. So Olimar is my least favorite character in Super Smash Brothers. So there's that.
Oh, I forgot he was in that.
I don't know that I can say that. I don't know that I can say that he's my least favorite, but yeah,
Does he throw Pikmin?
He throws Pikmin.
Does he?
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, it's stupid.
Wow. I learned recently, having not really played any of the other ones, that they have other not spaceship people, other astronauts.
Oh, yes.
They have other characters now
yes.
that look different than him.
Yes.
And I thought that was weird. I'm like, no, I don't want to play as them. I just want to play as him.
Olimar is the only one that matters.
The only one.
So, okay. So, last one, number 5. What do we got?
I had forgotten about this game and then remembered it, and I've kind of been pestering Josh to buy it again. But it's Octodad. What is it called? Dadliest Catch.
The Dadliest Catch, yeah.
And I was trying to come up with reasons why I liked this. I first played it in a GameStop when they were advertising it for sale when it first came out. And they let you play like 5 minutes. Yeah.
I forgot about that.
They let you play like 5 minutes of the game, and I was like, what is this? This is the funniest thing. I don't think I've ever laughed so hard at like having to do something hard, like walk down an aisle with an octopus dad who wasn't a dad at the time, but they were getting married.
Yes.
Yes. But you have to walk down the aisle as an octopus and
you
knock
have to,
over things and
like find the ring and like not be. You have to be not conspicuous as an octopus in a tuxedo. It's very funny.
like the people. If you get too many people looking at you, like you lose points or so. I don't know what happens because I've never had that happen because I've been very careful.
Well, they'd catch you. They'd catch you and find out you're an octopus and like.
Well, do you lose the game that quickly?
Yes, I'm sure.
I don't know.
Anyway,
I just thought it was really funny and. So after I'd played it at GameStop, I went online and started watching YouTubers play it, and that's I think when I first found Markiplier.
Yeah.
I didn't realize that was that long ago, but I also didn't think that it was that short of a time ago. But my gosh, like that. I think I like watching people play it more than I actually could play it. I think that's funnier.
Well, that is definitely one of those games that it's like this game was made for people to watch other people play. Like that
and
was
laugh at them.
That was one of the first game. Like, there was an internet game called QWOP.
Oh my gosh.
That like reminds me of Octodad. Like it's kind of like a precursor to Octodad, where it's like key WOP. Are your controls, and each of the each letter controls a different hoof on this unicorn or a racehorse or something.
I thought it was a racer.
Maybe it's a racehorse.
It was a dude, and it had to do with like
thighs.
You're
right.
It was thighs and
you're right.
legs.
Clop is what I'm thinking of. Someone made did another thing called Clop. That was a horse. But yes, you are right. It is a person that so the QWOP controls different things on their body. So, and you're trying to make them run, and you
want to get as far as you can.
But you
can't. Get very
and
far.
so like it's one of those things where it's like, this is the most annoying thing in the world to play. But it's so funny to watch someone else fail at it constantly.
Well, that was, I think, one of my first Rage Quit videos.
Yeah, I think that was the first Rage Quit video that came out, I think. So the guy from Rooster Teeth who does Rage Quit, I think he got started off with QWOP.
And that was really funny.
Yeah,
I
was
don't
hilarious.
know that I loved it at first, but then I was like, no, this is really funny watching this dude get really pissed off.
Yeah, so yeah, Octodad is one of those games that's just like, this game was made for you to play so that people could laugh at you while they watched you on the internet.
Speaking of the Rooster Teeth guy, he and another guy from Rooster Teeth who also has the Slow Mo Guys channel on YouTube, they both played Octodad, and I'm pretty sure it was like half and half controls.
Yes.
For the body.
Do that, yeah.
I don't remember if it was like opposite arm and opposite leg, or if it was one half of the body and one half of the body. But like they were struggling all the way through.
Oh, I'm sure.
And it was super funny watching both of them just flop around and yell at each other because they weren't moving correctly. Oh my gosh.
Yeah. So Rooster Teeth has some good stuff in that regard. Not safe for children.
No.
So if you're not familiar with Rooster Teeth.
No.
So
Slow Mo Guys is pretty good though.
Yeah, Slow Mo.
It has nothing to do with video games.
Yeah.
But
well, sometimes don't they? Well, they had one video. They had one really cool video where they took like an old tube TV and
showed
put
how the
Super Mario and showed
refreshed.
the refresh on the thing. It was so cool. So yeah, Slow Mo Guys are cool. So maybe they'll sponsor us. Who knows?
Oh my gosh. Also, in that vein, this has nothing to do with my top 5, but it is another mention of those same two guys from Rooster Teeth. They also played Surgeon Simulator, which is also another one of those rage quit games because it's so hard.
I remember that.
Yeah, no, it's really good. You have to be a surgeon and pick up scalpels and cut people open, and you can't do it because none of the controls work.
Isn't there one where you're like in the back of an ambulance or something, and you have to
like
operate?
And the doors fly open, and
you're
like
trying to operate.
I think you're in space at one point and operating on an alien.
Yep. I remember that. That's very funny.
Oh my gosh.
Good stuff. Good
So funny.
So
You should have one of our kids. I say one. You should have the one that can talk on here, because she would mention she likes Yoshi games.
she does like Yoshi games.
I also like them. They're cute.
Yes.
The Woolly World.
Yes, Yoshi's Woolly World and
Yarn-
Crafted World. The
Crafted
Crafted World is the one for Switch.
Those are super cute.
So, yes, they are very fun. Those are very cute games. All right, so we've got M's top 5. Is that anything else that you want to add? Any?
I don't know. I have a list of things, and I was going to mention a couple other ones, just being like Resident Evil 4, which I played in college.
Which is another one that's got a remaster coming out of.
Does it really?
Yeah.
Didn't they already have one?
I think so.
Oh, but they're doing it again.
They're doing it again.
Okay.
They can't leave well enough alone.
Well, I don't know. Josh has already mentioned on this show previously, because I made him talk about it, that me and my roommate at the time, who's also been on the Dead Tired Dads channel when I was on it, we renamed the main character, whose name is Leon S. Kennedy, and we didn't like it. We didn't like his name, so we named him Derek Slade. And we thought that that was a much better name. Also, I have not beaten that game.
Have I mentioned that on the podcast, or was that?
I believe you did.
I feel like I remember mentioning that in one of the YouTube videos. I remember having to be intentional, but I don't remember it being on the podcast.
I don't know. I feel like it might have come up one other time, but maybe I'm wrong. But
Derek Slade.
Derek Slade sounds so much cooler than Leon S. Kennedy. We tried to keep the middle name the same S. So that was
Derek S. Slade.
Derek S. Slade?
Yeah, you said Derek Slade.
Yeah, I know. The S is... Okay.
You said you kept the middle name the same, so you... Never
I'm
mind.
not getting into this.
We're not having this argument right now.
Whatever. This is a bad time to have a breakdown.
Is it?
Yeah.
I think this is a perfect time.
I almost had the giggles when we first started, so like I'm getting over that part.
Okay.
Um,
I'll calm down.
I also, everyone will make fun of this, I like the Sonic Battle 2 game. I wrote that one down. I think that it's just fun, just fun racing game.
I've never played that game. I know we have it.
We have it because
yours.
it was mine.
But
and
I've
I was
never
actually
touched
given it by somebody
So.
else that I think worked with my dad at one point in time.
Interesting.
Yeah. I think I borrowed it and then he moved or something and I never ended up giving it back, so I'm
Oops.
sorry. I'm sure he doesn't care.
Thief.
I just thought that was a fun game. The music is fun.
Yeah.
Whatever. It's a Sonic game.
It's a Sonic 3D game, so making it almost automatically not good.
I know, but it's kind of fun.
Sonic Adventure was good after that, and Sonic Adventure 2. Like, Dreamcast Sonic games were...
Maybe it was Sonic Adventure Battle?
It is Sonic Adventure Battle, yes.
Okay. There we go.
It's a racing game.
It is a racing game.
Surfboard things.
Yeah, snowboard. I don't know.
Hoverboard thingamabobs. I don't know.
Yes.
They're very odd.
It's fun. You have to get little gems. Oh, and then they have the, I don't know if I'm going to say the word right, the chows.
Oh, yeah.
CHOI.
Yeah. Yes.
IO.
Yes.
CHIOs. Those are fun. They're cute little animal thingies.
Cute little animal thingies in Sonic Adventure Battle.
I'm sorry.
So,
I don't know. They're cute.
well, cool. So that's M's top 5 and some bonus material there for you.
Lots of bonus.
Lots of bonus material. So, good deal.
I'm indecisive, remember?
Yes. I can attest. But not that I'm any better, so it's okay. It's all good. So, I have I was at... I had to go into town today for an eye doctor appointment. So I stopped for dinner on my way home, and I was at a Wendy's, and I pulled out my card, and I ordered my food. I go to pay for it, and it's got the card reader has the little tap symbol on it.
Mm-hmm.
And so I went to tap it, and it didn't do anything. And she was like, "Oh yeah, that doesn't work yet." And I was like, "So the technology is lying to me." It clearly says right there that it should work, and it doesn't.
Why would you have it set up if it doesn't work?
I don't know. That maybe they need an upgrade on their registers. But anyway, all that to say, technology does have a tendency to lie to us. And it can do that sometimes. So the game, this is a circle. It all comes back. The game that I've been playing so little backstory. If you all will remember, last time I told a story about how I won my Zelda controller for the Switch by pre-ordering another game. So
he was so stoked.
I was super excited about winning that controller. So this is the game that won me that controller. So no matter what, buying this game was worth it because I won a controller out of it. Like that's
How much was that worth?
The controller was it's like an $80 controller.
Oh, so it's more than the game.
Yes, it was more than the game. Yes.
Okay.
I paid less for the game than I would have for the controller, and I was going to buy the controller no matter what. Okay. So, it worked out in my favor. But the game that I pre-ordered at that point in time, and the game that I've sort of been playing, is Lego 2K Drive. And I say sort of been playing because I'm still really playing Tears of the Kingdom way too much. But that's beside the point.
Our daughter is playing that game with him when he lets her.
Lego 2K Drive,
not
Tears
Zelda.
Of the Kingdom. But yes, so Lego 2K Drive. I was really, really optimistic about this game. It looked really cool. I'm always, the Lego games have done such a good job. I should have known that with 2K being involved, that it probably wasn't going to be as good as actual Lego games. But, it just looked really great. So first off, my biggest complaint about the game is for the Switch, there is not a physical copy available. I pre-ordered this game, and when I went to pick it up, they handed me a box.
We had to go to a specific store to pick it up.
I had to go to the store to pick it up from where I pre-ordered it from, and they handed me a box that said, hey, there's no game cartridge inside. This includes a digital download code. I asked them about it, and they said, yeah, the Switch doesn't have a physical copy. Now, everyone, if you've listened to this show for long enough, you know how I feel about physical versus digital media, and it made me very angry. So that's strike one.
I literally started laughing in the store and was like, "Oh no, this is really bad."
Yeah, I did get a Lego set out of it, but anyway, so I got home, I opened it up, and not only is it a box, but there's an actual Switch case. They give you a case with the code inside it. I don't understand. Why do I need a case with the code inside? There's no cartridge. There is no cartridge. I don't need a case for the piece of paper. Why are you you can't manufacture the game, but you're going to take the time to print and put
a sleeve?
It just boggles my mind. I don't understand. I don't understand the world that we live in.
We did make jokes, kind of, at the store that you were just gonna hand it back and be like, no, I don't want this anymore.
I almost did.
But we had already told our daughter about it, and she was kind of excited to play.
Well, and then she didn't want to play it.
No, and then we tried to play it, and we couldn't get it to work.
So then what happens is I get it downloaded on my Zelda Switch.
You also did a ton of research to figure out can I do this on this? Can I do this on this? And
to figure out how it
So we didn't download it for a day or two.
Yeah. So because I didn't want it, there are reasons. Because I was still seriously considering returning it, so I hadn't opened it yet. But I was like, okay, it will let me, once I figured out, okay, I've got two Switches, it will let me put it on both of them. I can download it onto both of them. I can play it on both of them. It'll work. So anyway, I get it up. We were gonna play it together. Mm-hmm. To do multiplayer. After it had downloaded, and as I'm trying to play it, it will not let me put like add a
Player
second
two.
player on there because they have to log into their profile. So you can't just have someone play 2-player
You can't just grab a second controller and turn it on and have
play.
it work.
No, you have to have their profile. And because at the time my old Switch was still the primary Switch, that's where anyone on the console can play it. So I had to switch which I needed to do anyway. But this is why I hate digital only games. This is why I hate the concept. Because I can't play that game with anyone else, anywhere else, unless they are with me or unless they own the game.
Yes.
Like, that's just so stupid. Why can't we just have multiplayer games that you can just play? I understand the reasoning behind it, because then anyone could just, well, here, I'll log into my profile and download it, and then you can have the game too. I understand, but the point is, I can't take that game anywhere and play it with anybody, because I couldn't go over to a friend's house and then here, we'll plug it into your Switch and then we can play it together. No. It's just so stupid. I don't understand why we're going this direction, but whatever, it's the way that we're going. So anyway, that's strike 2 against the game, is that it was nearly impossible to get 2 players on it. And then strike 3 against the game, the coolest thing that this game should have, the best thing that it should be, is the ability to build your own vehicle and to drive it. And it's just such an annoying and tedious process, I don't even want to do it.
Did they have that option?
Yeah, they do.
Oh.
The option is there, but it's so, the tutorial for it is bad.
Oh.
And it's so, you would almost have to have, actual Legos laid out first, build it, and, put instructions together for what you built, and then do it in the game.
It's that complicated?
It feels that complicated to me. Maybe I'm just, don't have time for it. And that's probably, like I said, it's very tedious. So I could see if I had, 3 hours to sit and spend and build a car, how it could be cool. But I'm not taking that time.
No.
It's overly complicated, and doing it on the Switch is really a lot harder than it ought to be. I'm sure doing it on the other consoles, it's the same. PC, it actually might be okay. But, the menus are overly complicated. There's way too much customization that can be done, which, again, I get. You want that if you've got tons and tons of time.
Our daughter just wanted to make her own character.
Yes.
That was all she cared about.
And they don't let you do that.
They don't let you do that.
The overall gameplay, it's fun. It's not bad.
I don't know what you do. I guess I haven't, played the game. I've just kind of watched you and her play.
Yeah, well,
but it's, I just see you going around a world, and that's about it.
It's an open world racing game, much like
You're not
Burnout
doing
Paradise.
A lot of racing.
Much like Burnout Paradise, there are just different, and I'm sure there are other ones. That's the only other one that I've played is Burnout Paradise. But so basically, there are just events that you kind of come across as you're driving around, and you can choose to do them or not. It's fun to some extent. You can have a good time with it, and overall, it's a decent racer, and it's got some cool elements to it, like when your car goes, from street racing to off-road, it'll change automatically, and you can unlock different vehicles and things like that, and then you can customize them again. I don't know why you would, because it's super tedious and annoying, but you can do it. So, as much as I wanted to love the game, Lego 2K Drive is a hard pass. Like I said, for me, it was totally worth buying because I paid $60 for it, and I got a $80 controller. So, and it's still, I'm still going to play it. I'm still having a semi-good time playing it, but it's not worth, the $60 that I paid for it. I don't think. And yeah, like I said, I think the biggest miss on it is I feel like the building could be done better. I don't know how. I just feel like the vehicle building could be a lot cooler. So that's my take on Lego 2K Drive. So did you have a game that you were playing that you were thinking about doing any kind of review on at all?
No, because I haven't played any games recently.
Okay. Well,
except for Pikmin.
Okay.
That was like a month ago.
Yeah.
Did you guys talk about the Tetris movie?
Yes, we talked. That was the episode, couple episodes back, 2 months ago.
Clearly,
I
think. I haven't listened to that many. I listened to the 1 hour Zelda one though, because that was pretty fun.
But the one before that with Matt and I talked about.
Oh, I did listen to that one.
Yeah, we talked about the Tetris game. Yeah.
Anyway, when Josh got his new Switch, and he kind of handed me the old one, we started having Tetris matches.
Yes, Tetris Wars.
And it was super fun because we could play against each other, and that was fun. That was just something that we did before bed.
Yeah, that was a lot of fun.
For a couple days and then stopped, and then I was winning like the first chunk, and then all of a sudden Josh started beating me, and I was like, well, this is
no longer
fun.
Josh just beats me all the time. That sounds like a bad thing. I shouldn't have said that.
Nope. Yeah. No, but I mean, it's fun. I think we get like goofed up at one spot and then the other person just takes over and wins, and that stinks.
Yeah. Tetris can be hard.
It can be. But the movie was really good.
The movie was really good. You can go back and listen to that episode as well. So that's a fun episode.
I'll have to re-listen.
Yeah, for sure. Everyone should. Matter of fact, go back and re-listen to the entire catalog right now. And tell your friends about it, too.
My personal favorite of that has been the lawnmower episode. Lawnmower Simulator.
Yeah. # sponsor us.
My gosh.
That's
when they got the giggles.
That is probably the best episode that we have put out. So
I don't know what it was called. Oh, that's what it was called.
It was
sponsor
us. If you have not listened to # sponsor us, go back and do that too. So this is just kind of a review episode, I guess. So
that's fine.
Yeah. So
go back and watch the YouTube channel.
Yeah. Yes, do that too. There are some great little gems in there.
Very funny episodes.
There are also some really, really bad ones, but, you win some, you lose some.
Josh's least favorite was, God, what was that one called? The darkness. Eternal Darkness.
Eternal Darkness.
There's a bathtub.
Oh,
scream.
Jeez. Yes.
And that was a good one.
Yes. That one.
Matt knew it was coming, and that was funny.
That one makes me sad, though, because, like, that series...
No one watched it.
Well, one, no one watched it, but two, like, we never finished it because we recorded an episode and we screwed up the mic that was recording, and it recorded on your computer, and it was like this really tinny, like the audio quality was just awful, and it was like the best episode that we had done to date. Like we had done, like it, like we were.
Did I try and fix it?
Yeah, you did. You did try to fix it, and it did not go well. So it's too bad that we did not finish that series, but you can go back and watch, what we did get through. But the episode that did not get released for that one was by far the best episode that we had recorded up to that point, and like it really felt like Matt and I were just kind of hitting our stride and really feeding off of each other, and it was just so good. But anyway, live and learn. Always make sure that the right mic is recording.
We had some mic problems right before this.
Yeah, we did have mic. Yeah, so we had technical difficulties are always a problem. So yeah, I think that'll about do it for this episode of the Dead Tired Parents podcast. Em, do you have anything else to add to our lovely listeners out there?
Thanks for listening.
Thanks for listening.
And thanks for watching, if you watch.
Yeah, she did a lot of work on those YouTube videos. Like, she did so much work on those YouTube videos.
I really had fun doing it, and then once we ramped it down. I don't know that that's the correct terminology. Once you started going from like 2 a day to like 3 times a week, it just started falling apart. And I was like, I need more of these to do. And then I decided it was overwhelming and could not handle it with the schedule that I currently had that I had at the time.
Yes.
I do not have that schedule anymore. So.
Thankfully, because that schedule
I was a dead tired mom.
She was a dead tired mom. She knows more about being a dead tired mom than just about anyone else.
I was the one that came up with the name.
You were.
I was.
Well done.
Good for me.
Anyway, thanks so much for listening to this episode of the Dead Tired Dads podcast. We appreciate your ears. We appreciate your time. If you wouldn't mind, do all the things. Give us a like, a subscribe. Follow us on the socials that we constantly update, all the time.
I'll put that picture of Connor up, maybe.
That we're always on the socials. We are always there. Promise. We will. But if you do send us a comment or something, if you comment on something or message us, we will respond. That I can promise. Anyway, if you like this episode, do all those things. And even if you didn't like this episode, do it anyway. Because this is a 5-star show, as we noted in the last episode. So thanks again. Hope you enjoyed. And we'll catch you on the next episode of the Dead Tired Dads podcast.
Bye.